What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ectoplasm Show, episode number 80, I do believe. My name is Josh Hurd. Joining me, as always, is my partner in crime, Mr. Jason Kupsik. What is up, sir?
Oh, another fine day. I think it's snowing here a little bit.
It's kind of spitting here, I tell you, man. The wind. Yeah, I mean, it's blowing like it's like a hooker with $10,000. I mean, it's blowing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Sounds like something keeps beating on the side of the house. I am actually losing my hearing.
Oh.
So as I was watching the game tonight, I kept hearing all this noise. Just trying to figure out where it was coming from because it sounds a little different to me. Actually, there was this guy, and I'm just going to comment now. I'm sure people
On the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, on the Super Bowl. And there was this, I'm sure everybody heard it. I'm sure people are going to be talking about it before our show comes out on Tuesday. But there was this guy, whenever the Broncos had the ball, he was going, woo!
Okay, like, I heard people talking about this on social media because I watched some of the game. I think I watched the first half of the game, and then I watched the halftime show, and then I just pretty much lost interest. I mean, no lie, but...
So it was crazy because at first... Okay, so I was sitting sort of on the left side of the couch. I was sitting on the left side of the couch.
Right.
So my right ear was closest to the TV. And apparently... I can't hear that frequency or that tune in my right ear, which doesn't surprise me because I am losing different tones in different ears and stuff. But I could only hear it in my left ear, which made me think it was outside. And I was like, what the hell are the neighbors doing out there?
They having a party.
But that was so annoying to listen to the entire game.
Oh, my God.
That guy. I don't know. They have to be like when they have the game noise, it's probably just the same microphone. Because if they had a mic on every camera, it would be way too overwhelming.
Probably overwhelming and probably
noise-wise.
full of profanity as well. So.
Yeah, that's true.
They got to keep it all nice and clean for the kiddies at home, you know. What are you sipping on over there, buddy?
I am drinking a Happy Camper IPA.
Fucking right. I tell you what. So we're trying something new here with the Ectoplasm Show, and we're recording this. We're recording our Skype conversation right now, and then obviously we're gonna put it out on YouTube. We're gonna see. I don't know. We're just trying different avenues here. I figured
we do have a YouTube channel, but we don't have anything on it.
We ain't got nothing on it until Tuesday. Tuesday we're gonna have we'll have it on there for sure. So
you're gonna put the whole show up?
I'm gonna put the whole damn
well?
shoot. Yeah, I think might as well,
Yeah.
man. I'm just gonna link this, link it with the audio. Obviously, I have a nice little backdrop for us already with the cute little Slimer guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So figured we might as well.
I would like to mention to people out there that episode 81, the one that will come out this Friday.
Yes.
I had some surprises for not only the listeners out there, for you as well, Josh.
I'm looking forward to this, but I can't stand surprises. Like, ever since you dropped this bombshell on me, right after we got off the phone with Andrea Perrin, you dropped this shit on me. And I told you,
yeah,
I'm like a child.
I have two surprises. Go ahead.
No, that was it. Like, I'm like a fucking child.
Yeah, I have two surprises for you.
God damn it.
And another surprise on top of that you already know about. So we've already talked about. So, but yeah, two surprises, and you'll find out right at the beginning of the recording. So
right at the beginning, like right at the beginning of the show, I'm gonna find out about.
Yeah,
this.
well, maybe like 2 or 3 minutes in.
All right. All right. God damn it.
Yeah, you guys won't want to miss it. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. I wish I could plug it. Oh my gosh, I gotta tell you.
Could plug it. You can plug it for the 3 days up until Friday when it comes out.
I'm gonna plug the shit out of it. Yeah, after it happens, I'm like, you guys aren't gonna believe this shit. So, fucking let me throw this out there also. If you guys want to get a hold of us, please feel free to do so. ectoplasmshow@gmail.com, at Ectoplasm Show on Instagram and Twitter, and the Ectoplasm Show on Facebook, or you could just call or text 913-730-7255. That's the new Ectoplasm phone number that we've been having a lot of fun with. Now, did we or did we not get a message on there the past...
We did get another one from our friends out in California.
Yeah.
I don't have it queued up right now because I was rushing around.
No, that's fine.
Yep, I love them for calling, but I want other people to call us too, of course.
They're on the ball, man. The ladies from Alps Paranormal, they're on the ball. I will say that.
So since this is episode 80, you only have the next, what would be 19 episodes to go in order to get in on possibly being on our 100th episode.
It's really not that long. Like we're really going through this shit, and I like it. I really like it. And if you guys are new to the show, welcome, and thanks for sticking with us. And for especially those of you then that have been with us, since the beginning. Appreciate the hell out of you guys. Thank you so much, and thank you for spreading the word as well. So now I know this is the news segment and all that fun shit. So I wanted to touch on some sad news, because I found this story, and we talk a lot of UFOs and shit like that. But Edgar Mitchell, former NASA astronaut, walked on the moon. In 1971 as part of Apollo 14 crew, and then later spoke very, very strongly and passionately about his beliefs in UFOs and the supernatural. But he sadly passed away last Thursday at the age of 85. Let's see here. It says Mitchell logged impressive extra-Earth totals: more than 9 days in space, 33 hours, 31 minutes on the moon itself, 9 hours, 17 minutes outside of the module, standing, walking, conducting experiments on the lunar surface. I mean, crazy stuff. Now, the reason why I pulled this is not only to, pay our respects to this man, but the day he died, was 45 years to the day that the Apollo 14 mission touched down on the moon. 45 years to the day, and that's the day that he passes away. I mean, what are the odds of that? I mean, I know weird shit happens like that all the time, but I mean, I found it strange. But Mitchell often spoke of his return journey back to Earth. Was with a profound sense of awe, wonder, and togetherness. Now, he said that he was inspired then to investigate the body-mind interactions, extrasensory perceptions, alleged alien encounters, things of that nature. And he said, quote, "You develop an instant global consciousness, a people orientation, an intense dissatisfaction." I can't even speak. Dissatisfaction with
that's not a word.
What?
Sorry.
I think I'm drunk. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Anyway, my God. Anyway, so from out there on the moon, international politics looks so petty. He said, and I mean, he was a man to definitely speak his mind. He said, you want to grab a politician by the scruff of his neck, drag him to 250,000 miles out, and say, look at that, you son of a bitch. I mean, he was a very I mean, he didn't care. He would tell you exactly what he thought. But I found this very, very interesting. And if you guys haven't looked into noetic sciences, it's definitely an interesting topic to look into, to study. But he founded the Institute of Noetic Sciences, a nonprofit organization, studies potentials and powers of consciousness, exploring phenomena that do not necessarily fit into conventional scientific models, while maintaining a commitment to scientific rigor. So, I mean, he did a lot. I mean, a lot. And like I said, if you haven't checked into noetic sciences, I would strongly recommend that, especially if you're into the paranormal and things that we don't necessarily grasp in the quote unquote scientific community. I think it's something that is definitely worth taking a look at. So I wanted to pull that.
Did he have any UFO encounters while he was in space? Did it mention that? Did I miss you say that?
Now, I think, yes, I do believe that he has seen, or saw, I should say, while they were up there, saw some pretty weird shit. Now, what those things are specifically, I couldn't tell you. It might take me a second or five to actually find that. But yeah, absolutely crazy. So, like, he says, quote, "I've been in military and intelligence circles who know that beneath the surface of what has been public knowledge, yes, we've been visited. Reading the papers recently, it's been happening quite a bit." Now, NASA, then refuted the claim, saying, and here's a quote from NASA: "NASA does not track UFOs. NASA is not involved in any sort of cover-up about alien life on this planet or anywhere in the universe. Dr. Mitchell is a great American, but we do not share his opinions on the issue." So that's a quote directly from NASA. So interesting stuff.
As far as his talking about the feelings he had when he got into space, I've actually read about that before from many different astronauts that talk about, as soon as you get up there, how small and petty our everyday bullshit is.
I can imagine.
Part of the reason I formed my opinion on what we need to do to stop extraterrestrial things from coming and attacking us or hitting us. It's true. When you get out there, I'm not speaking from experience here, obviously, but when you get out there, supposedly you feel a sense of frailty, and the planet needs to be protected.
Right.
And you're in like awe that you ever thought that you had control over anything.
I can imagine like how absolutely insignificant I would feel. I don't know, just gazing at the earth like that. I mean, can you imagine how freaking nuts that would be?
They say now, and I actually want to test this out, with the virtual reality things that they have now for like your phone even.
Oh, yeah.
That if you go into that sort of experience, viewing the planet, that you can have a very close to similar experience.
Like the feelings associated with that?
They said, like, if you immerse yourself in virtual reality and deprive yourself of your senses outside of that reality or virtual reality, you can have close to the same experience. If you take a simulation that takes you into space to view the planet.
Wow. That would be pretty badass. I've recently been kicking around the idea of if it's really weird. If you go to Google and you just type in the word cardboard, it comes up with that Google Cardboard thing that you can. It's like a visor that you can put your phone into or whatever, and then it kind of wraps around your head. It's really, really cool. But apparently you can also just make these on the cheap as well.
Yeah.
So
this is something I've actually thought about, and I think I talked about it with somebody, I can't remember who, about using something like this at the very least in ghost hunting, where you have an infrared full spectrum camera, or you can convert your phones some
you're breaking up a little bit there.
That not only would record, you can view surroundings in real time in that IR, which
that's what I was.
Be really cool.
I was actually I've had similar thoughts too. You know, with those really cool videos that you can watch, and you can like tilt your phone different ways, and then you're still seeing whatever is in front of that phone, or up or down, or any angle like that. It's really, really cool. But I thought of doing the exact same thing in very like small 10-minute burst sessions or whatever, in specific rooms in very haunted locations, and doing things like that. And that way, I mean, people would literally be there, and they could see what's going on with each investigator at the time of something happening, on the off chance something does happen. But yeah, it's just
there is a guy out there that makes glasses that have an IR camera and IR lights on them, but you aren't viewing that view at the same time. Correct.
That's awesome stuff. Now, what did you pull up for any interesting news
This is
segments?
about a guy that I'm not a real big fan of. I'm sure a lot of our listeners are. I can't really form too much of opinion, other than the fact that the only episode I ever watched of him, he pretty much was just showing off his arms.
I know who you're talking about already.
Yeah. So the headline is Notorious Demon House Torn Down After Purchase by Ghost Adventures Star.
He actually shot a documentary inside the house.
He did.
And then,
so this comes from Huffington Post, and he says that he will explain the reasons behind the demolition in the documentary.
Oh, very nice.
But I can't see, other than if the only thing that I could see that would make it worth it is if the people that lived there before and had moved on were still, it was the only way to, something followed them, and it was the only way to keep it from them. Otherwise, you're just tearing down a house for no reason. I mean,
are you at that point? Are you tearing down the house more or less for dramatic show?
Probably.
Or is
it says
because I mean
the home that
I was just gonna say real quick. I mean, even going back to like Ed and Lorraine Warren, for example, John Zaffis, people like that who collect haunted objects. You know, suggesting then that it's the house. You know. All you're doing is then just destroying the vessel, and the spirit is able to go on elsewhere. So
it says the home that sparked national attention over reports of it being infested with powerful demonic activity, leading to the purported possessions of nearly an entire family, has been torn down.
Wow.
The raising of the Gary, Indiana property followed its purchase by the host and executive producer of Ghost Adventures, Zach Bagans, in early 2014. He says he now plans to release a documentary on the residents' haunting later this year, which will reveal the reason behind the demolition.
All it says is like later this year. It doesn't say an actual date or anything like that, does it?
It does not. And I don't know the details behind this house even. I don't know the details behind
It's pretty
this house.
fucking dark.
I don't understand why they would tear down the house.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really get that either.
If it was falling apart, sure. Like if you want to tear down the house and build a new house there, I'm just questioning the reasons why it was torn down by him and put into the documentary.
Right. Well,
maybe we could get him on the show to talk about it.
It's worth a shot, man.
Yeah.
But god damn it. I don't know. Do you think, I mean, does Zach even do radio shows?
I have no idea. I don't know.
I personally don't think I've heard him on one.
I've had the two experiences, not myself. The one watching I think it was the first or second episode of Ghost Adventures, and that's the only other.
Right.
Well, and I saw one clip of him in some schoolhouse acting possessed, and then I heard a story about how he threw a fan speaker across the room and broke it against the wall because it wasn't up to his standards. Now that's just what somebody told me, but
It wasn't up to his standards.
Yeah, it wasn't a good enough speaker for his phone to play something. It was somebody that was like a really big fan of his. But apparently that's just what somebody told me. Just some little bit of gossip. But this was years ago, but I want to know the reason. I'm not even going to watch the documentary, but I want to know the reason why it was torn down.
I'm going to watch the documentary. I promise you that. I will watch it. I'm a documentary whore anyway. I love those things. Freaking love them. So now,
yeah, but my guess is it's going to be way too dramatic for what it probably really is.
It's very possible. It's very, very possible. What the fuck? I got another story here. I'm sure you saw this too. This really caught my eye. A spirit board was found stuffed inside of a heating vent. These workers or whatever were doing renovation work.
I saw the picture.
Did you see it? Yeah. Now, did you see the board itself then, like the full board?
Just the picture of it inside the wall.
Looks really, really weird. Really weird. But anyway, it's a really quick story. It just says workmen must come across a lot of strange things behind walls and under floorboards, but imagine tearing down an old heating vent and finding a Ouija board hidden behind it. This was the scenario faced by a group of builders recently who made the unexpected discovery while renovating a property dating back over 100 years. The board itself appeared to be quite old and is believed to date back at least several decades. Okay. I'm like,
was it a Parker? Is it Parker Brothers the one that holds that? Was it a Parker Brothers board, or
this
was it just
looks like
one that somebody made themselves?
Yeah, this looks nothing like the Parker Brothers board. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, okay, but I have seen that board before.
Yeah, but it absolutely looks nothing like the actual Ouija board that we are familiar with now. I mean, it's similar in nature, however, not. But very, very interesting stuff. The problem is, who the people were, like why they hid it, who they were, and what eventually happened to this family. Nobody knows. So,
I
it's
wonder
just a big
if
mystery at this point.
I wonder if it was tormenting you or whatever you want to call it, why would you hide it in your own house? Why wouldn't you remove it from the house?
Now, see, but that brings up an interesting point. Like, what if it was somebody that hid it in their house with ill intent against the family?
I mean, that could be true. It could also be that at some point in their life they had friends that would shame them for even having this game if they were part of a religious family or whatever.
Shit,
and maybe
buddy.
they hid it away so that they can pull it out from time to time, and it just eventually got left there.
Now, sweetie, the Johnsons are coming over. They frown upon this bullshit, so put it in the heating vent, please.
Yeah, you don't want to get me fired.
Yeah. Oh my God.
If it did pop out, the man would just be like, well, women these days.
Oh, those crazy, crazy ladies. Oh, my goodness.
Uh-oh. Now somebody's going to put another ratings on iTunes.
I was just going to say that. Somebody's going to call you a sexist now.
I guess.
Fuck it. I think it'll be fine. It should be okay. It should be fine.
So, is this finally proof that Yeti is real?
Oh,
Skiers
my God.
in panic over viral video. Have you seen this
No,
one?
I haven't.
This is from the Mirror. It's out of Spain. A Spanish ski resort. The bosses there have been forced to comb part of the Pyrenees, which must be the either the mountain range there or this resort's name, after the images sent the internet into a frenzy. But skeptical viewers of the footage say it's just a man dressed in a furry suit. Now, the clip is on there, and it'll be on our Facebook and Twitter page when this show airs. It's 2 seconds. It's maybe, I would guess, maybe 30 frames. I don't know what the frame rate is. Anyways, it's like 2 seconds, and then they slow it down, and then they slow it down some more. And it's definitely something moving. I don't think it was a bear. I don't know the bear population in Spain, but if it was a bear, my daughter saw it. She was like, "That's a polar bear." But I don't think there are any polar bears in Spain.
Wow.
But yeah, it either looks like a guy in a really hairy suit. Maybe they said that there was one that says maybe it was a soldier wearing mountain camouflage. But it's definitely moving, and it's definitely standing on 2 legs, and it's definitely white. It looks like a Yeti. So a skier sounded the alert after posting the photos. It says photos, but they are videos taken at Formigel in northeastern Spain on a popular website with the message, "Strange animal spotted in Formigel. What the hell is this?"
That's really cool.
So a spokesman for the resort confirmed a search of the area has been conducted after an alleged Yeti sighting. So they're actually taking it seriously.
Wow.
Well, at least seriously enough for the press.
Yeah, right. Dude, I'm going to check this shit out.
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Absolutely. It sounds pretty awesome. How is that beer, by the way? Is it pretty tasty?
Yeah, it's good. What are you drinking?
Dr. Pepper, because I'm a hard ass.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like that.
You told me earlier that you were going to video this one of us drinking our beers.
Yeah, I don't have any beer. I'll show you what I have. Just 1 second here. Let me grab it.
All right. So
I keep it close.
Yeah, I'll keep it going. While he's grabbing that,
That's all I got.
Want to talk about, not only are we want the guest for the 100th episode, I am going to do a giveaway during the 100th episode of a full spectrum camera.
It's going to be nice.
You'll have to listen to it. At some point during the show, I will give out an email address, and you email that email address to enter to win. So what did you get? What did you grab there?
Amaretto.
Did you show this? Amaretto. Hey, nice decanter.
You like the decanter? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to pour a.
You're like an old man
here.
that keeps his liquor in a nondescript bottle.
Oh, right? Grandpa's cough medicine, buddy.
Can't know that it's the
Boy.
cheap stuff or the expensive stuff.
This stuff is so absolutely amazing, though. Amaretto is, I swear, like between this and Jaeger, those two right there, man. And
how would you describe the taste of amaretto? I think I've had it mixed with something.
Have you? I don't mix it with anything.
I don't remember. But how would you describe the taste of it?
I don't know. It's really hard to do.
Amaretto.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to try it. Well, I'll be up there.
Nuttish.
So
maybe I should stop. Maybe I should just stop drinking. It's probably a good idea.
I mentioned to you before we started recording. You haven't seen it yet.
Right.
I'm sure you'll see it before this show airs, but I shared your ritual of getting ready for the news episode every week.
My
on
ritual.
Our Ectoplasm page. It's a video of your pre-episode ritual, getting ready for the news segment every week.
God damn it. Just a second. I'm grabbing my phone. I gotta grab my phone. I want to check this out. You put it on the Ectoplasm page?
Yes.
Fuck. All right, just a second. And you tagged me in it?
Well, I think I did, but I don't know if it actually. But it does say your name. It says, "This is Josh." You can read what it says.
Like, this is Josh. Josh. Well, this is all. There's nothing on Facebook except Super Bowl nonsense right now.
Yeah.
You want to know the best part about the Super Bowl?
What's that?
Football's fucking over, man. That's what the best part is. My God. I just... people. I can't find it yet. I can't find it on here yet.
All right. Well, what you got? Another news story?
I do. I'm just trying to find this. It's pissing me. Oh, what
does it say?
Reptilian memes for shape-shifting teens.
Oh, that's what I shared. But what is
the secret's out? This is how Josh Hurd prepares for the new show each week. Warning, it's a bit graphic, but I thought everybody should know. The guy's face is creepy as shit. What is he going to do with this thing? Ow, ow, ow. He's
there's
just
music
humping.
Behind it, too. I know you can't hear it, but there's music behind it, too.
Oh, my God. It's terrifying.
By the look on your face, I know you've been caught.
Busted. Oh my God, that's amazing. That is amazing stuff. Oh my God.
Go like our Facebook page and
you can see it too. Well. Oh my God, I'm gonna take a drink before this one. I think you've seen this, maybe. Goodness. All right. So it says Jade Yates got the shock of her life when she saw something unusual sharing her daughter Ruby's crib. Did you see this?
I haven't seen the video, but I've heard the story. They've actually talked about it here on local radio.
Did they? It says the footage, which was later uploaded online, shows what appears to be a human-like shape next to the sleeping child. So obviously it's a camera angle, like shooting right into a crib. Obviously a lot of parents have these nowadays. I don't, but a lot do. It says, according to Yates, the door to the room had been closed. Nobody else had been there at the time. So she also believes that the footage actually shows two spirits, one being a small child and the other being an adult. Now here's a quote from Jade. She says, Ruby was not unsettled at all, but she does wake every hour or so at night, and maybe this is why. Maybe somebody wanting to play. She also goes on to say, I don't think that they are nasty, as the adult looks to be very attentive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's really crazy. Right now, I know this. The video right now has received over 1 million hits thus far, and I mean it's really, really interesting to see it. But I think it's very, very easy to dismiss it as well, because what you're seeing is like a camera phone shooting the screen, the monitor screen.
Yeah.
Really, really tricky there, especially with light and reflections and things of that nature. It's a very, very tricky business. And so if you get a chance, Jason, to watch it, definitely let me know what you think about that. And if you guys have already seen this, let me know what you guys think, please, because I don't know. I have no freaking clue. I could go either way on this. Like I said, it seems like it would be easy enough to dismiss, but at the same time, I don't know. Who's really to say, honestly? The mother seems fairly freaked about it all. So,
yeah, I heard them speaking about it actually, and I tweeted out to the guy. I know him when they talked about it on the show here in town, and I was like, "Oh, you're talking about ghosts without me." And but from his description, from their description of it, and from what I've read about it, I just didn't watch the video. Yeah, it's pretty easy to see what it probably is.
What do you mean?
That it probably just an effect on the camera screen.
It kind of seems that way, doesn't it? Because it also seems really weird how the quote-unquote apparition is reacting as the phone seems to move as well. So
Yeah.
That was my biggest issue with it. So yeah, I don't know.
I do have another article here, but I do want to mention something real quick. I want to give a little shout out, and I think you might want to say something about it too. I want to give a shout out to Justin Kyle. He sent us his comic book, the new comic book he's writing called Extrasensory.
Did you read it?
I did, and
what did you think?
Go out there. I liked it.
I loved it.
I can't wait to see where it goes.
Did you read what I wrote back to him? I emailed it back today. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you guys out there, the first printed copy is out there available. You could go to indieplanet.us, and the actual page you can get it at is indieplanet.us/product/131003 and he's just starting out on this.
The kid is 18 years old. He is 18 years old, and he is insanely talented. Very, very talented.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Writes it with a friend of his. Well,
yes.
I don't have. I just put it away, but it's him and a buddy, and they do it together.
I gotta tell you, like I was blown away. He reached out to us anyway. He said he just found the show, loved it, fresh out of high school, shit like that.
He has been listening from the beginning.
Yeah,
or he started over from the beginning, and when he hasn't even reached it to where I've been on the show yet.
Not yet, no.
But yeah.
So it's really cool, really good stuff. So yeah, I'm actually gonna reach out to him again and tell him to probably start listening to the more recent episodes, especially when we're pimping his shit for him. So, but yeah, absolutely. And I told him, I'm like, I want to know where I can find more and more and more, because it definitely the bit that he left us left me on the edge of my seat for sure. So
it was the first episode, or I said episode, but that was the first copy. So,
right.
It's available for people out there to buy.
It is really, really good. So yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned that. I always
believe in helping up and starting small artists.
Right. That's good stuff.
So my next story is 3-mile tall artificial spire structure discovered on the surface of the moon.
3 miles tall?
Yes, and this is actually, it says it's discovered, but this is actually something that was found that's just newly found again.
Jesus.
So this comes from Altered Dimensions, and it says little is known about the 3.5 mile high moon spire captured in high-res photography on the moon's surface. The moon spire was found by a guy who has a YouTube channel called Mexico Geek.
Nice.
He was pouring through Google Moon and found it. The object looks oddly like an artificial antenna, slender, smooth, uniform base with a large round object on top. Ruling out natural geological formation is pretty simple because it doesn't go with anything else on that planet or ours.
Well, I was going to say, you're not going to find that anyway.
Yeah, the height and width of the tower-like structure seems to discount a giant gas plume, which some people might have thought it was, from an outgassing event. An optical illusion is a valid possibility, except other similar structures have been discovered on the moon's surface and photographed in profile.
Damn.
The structure below is known as the Shard. This is another one close to it. It was captured in a photo taken by lunar orbit in 1967.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, there's these, like, it's hard to imagine that height of a natural object.
You know, I just recently read an article about, I believe it's Japan, building a building now, or about to start construction on a building that will reach in excess of 1 mile high. I mean, if you can imagine that. I mean, I had a hard time wrapping my head around that. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we're talking over 3 miles tall here.
Yeah. So, and I don't think there's any way we could know what it's for. I mean, from Earth, we've only just gotten photography and telescopes good enough to see the moon landing site from Earth.
Yeah.
Now, they've had pictures from other satellites and stuff, but Japan just came out with a telescope that was able to pinpoint and photograph the moon landing site.
Sure.
So this isn't something that we can see from with the naked eye, or even like high-powered stuff.
Wow.
So we're at the mercy of somebody actually going there and looking at it.
Now, just for argument's sake here, I mean, how accurate is, Google Moon, I believe is what you were calling it, right?
I was looking at the photographs that are attached to this, and it's pretty detailed.
Are they how often are they updated, or is it pretty much
I'm not
constant?
sure.
Yeah,
and I'm sure it's prone to glitches like Google Earth is. Sure. That being said, this thing, you can see the shadow of it in the light and everything else. So
that's awesome.
That's how they came up with the height of it, was through the shadow.
Damn. That is freaking awesome. I'm going to have to check this shit out. Again, we're going to be, posting this stuff all over the place. Facebook, just find the Ectoplasm Show at Ectoplasm Show on Instagram and Twitter. And, I think that's all the social media we do, isn't it? For the most part.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah.
And you know what? What's really funny is I did start an Ectoplasm MySpace page. But I don't think I'm going to do anything with it.
That is hot.
I got on there to see what kind of people were still on there.
Do people still use MySpace?
It's nobody. I was surprised that mine was still there, because they said they purged accounts years ago.
Yeah.
My MySpace is still there. And all of my friends' MySpaces are still there. So
I'm going to have to see if the...
I did start an Ectoplasm MySpace page because they're more known for music now, and you can upload music on there. So I thought, why don't we upload the episodes on there? But they extremely limit the amount you can upload. So,
damn, man, that's really fucking cool.
Unless you pay them, of course.
Well, right, naturally.
I'm not giving Justin Timberlake any of my money.
Justin Timberlake?
Doesn't he own it? Doesn't he own it? I'm pretty sure he owns MySpace with somebody else.
Does he really?
I know that he did buy it a few years ago. I don't know if he's sold it since then.
Let's see this. Just a second. Siri, who owns MySpace? Oh, that's bullshit. Tom Anderson.
Oh, that's...
Oh, wait, no.
Tom.
Justin Timberlake buys his own social network with MySpace. Justin Timberlake has taken a stake in MySpace after News Corp sold the social network for $35 million. So, yeah, he bought in. No, you're absolutely right. I thought you were making a clever joke.
No, I know my shit.
Oh, my God, I love it.
I know everything about JT, so...
I gotta tell you, I celebrate the guy's entire catalog, okay? I am a Justin Timberlake fan. Jesus Christ. I gotta tell you, though, we got some good news, and all we're waiting here for the good people at Google to get off their dough asses and make some shit happen for us, because we have been approved. The Ectoplasm Show has been approved for their whatever you want to call it. What do you call it?
Google Play.
That's it. Google Play. We will be on Google Play the second they start launching podcasts. The Ectoplasm Show will be on there. Pretty good shit.
Yeah. Oh, I'd also like to mention, we're going to have a JT on the show in March. No, it's February.
Justin
right?
Timberlake.
Yeah, we're having Justin Timberlake. No, we are having Mr. John L. Tenney on the week of the March 15th. John E. L. Tenney. Sorry.
Motherfucking John Tenney. I got to tell you, like, it was hilarious because we were talking the other day. I think it was like Friday. was Thursday or
we were on
Friday
the
or something
phone.
like yeah. And I was like, yeah, that'd be great, man, if we could get somebody like Tenny on there. I mean, he's a lot of fun, you know? You might have texted me back an hour later, and you're like, okay, he's down. You sent me the email response.
No, you found it. Well, what happened was
that's
we
right.
talked about it, and then that night I sent an email to him and didn't tell you, and you got the email back, and you were like,
dude.
He messaged us. He emailed back within 30 minutes of us reaching out to him.
It's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. So, yeah. Mr. John Tenney coming to the Ectoplasm Show. Kind of excited about that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Oh, he's an awesome dude. He's just a good dude. Dude. Oh, my God. I love it. Do you have any more news stories for us, my friend?
I do not this week.
Yeah, I don't
either.
either.
Kind of light this week. I mean, of course, there's lots of stories out there, but I didn't find most of them interesting. So I figured my listeners probably wouldn't find most of them interesting.
Right, exactly. See, and you know, I went on a few different sites or whatever today, looking for a little extra substance, so to speak, and. Some of these sites, the majority of these news sites or whatever, haven't been updated since about 2013, 2014. In one case, it was 2011. I'm like,
I don't know what
sites
you're going on.
Yeah, these are really, really nasty fringe fucking sites. They're really, far out there.
I was trying to find an end of the world. I tried hard. I was looking
to find
for
the end of the world stuff.
Any article that said we're all gonna die in it.
Because
here's tried to find that, and
I tried to find I tried to find the same thing, and here's why. I wanted you because you usually pull one, so I was like, oh, he's gonna pull one. He's gonna pull an end of the world scenario, and I'm gonna do the same. You know,
actually, I did see one. I didn't type it down. I did see one.
What was
it? It was a big stretch. And that's why I didn't bring it up. But I'll go ahead and mention it. So these Egyptian archaeologists found this tomb of some queen in Egypt, and her skull was crushed, and they said it was an omen that. So around the time period that this woman lived was like the height of their civilization, and from there it was all downhill. So us finding her with her head, skull
smashed
crushed, was only showing that we are on a downward spiral to the end of the world. So yeah, it was a bit of a stretch.
Damn. I gotta tell you, man. Like, I don't know.
I mean, most of the end of the world stories are a stretch, but this one was even a stretch for us.
But yeah, but some of them are actually feasible. If you stop and just think about it for a minute, you could see it happening. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yeah, it is a stretch. Of course it's a stretch. But fuck, it's not that big of a stretch though. I don't know. It's crazy shit. I got to tell you though. What is the date today? Today is what, the 8th? As we record this, it's the 8th.
Today is the 7th.
The 7th. Okay, so I was just a little off. I got it. On February 15th, which would be President's Day, just by the way, Hulu is coming out with that 11/22/63. Like, it's so close. It is so close. With James Franco, it is so damn close, and I'm like salivating over here.
A 1 month free trial or whatever to watch it.
Get the 30-day free trial. However, wait a little bit until you can sync it up just right till the end of the series, because they're only doing like 8 episodes.
They're spreading it out. They're
over
not
2 months,
dropping it all.
No, it's. I think they're going to spread it out. As far as I know, they're going to spread it out. If not, I'll binge watch that shit and give me a day. It'll be done.
Yeah.
Because I love the book. I read it like 6 times already.
Speaking of TV shows,
yeah,
are you caught up on the X-Files?
I am officially caught up. I gotta say though, episode 3 of the X-Files, I laughed more than I thought I would.
That was the point of it.
Okay.
So,
it was good.
God, I should have kept the story up. But
it was good.
Anyways, even watching it, my wife was sitting there. She's not an X-Files fan. She hardly saw any of the episodes before.
Right.
She was like, what the hell is this crap?
It's awesome.
But I got to tell you, there were a few episodes like that in the original series.
Absolutely.
It was a throwback to 50s monsters.
Yes.
Episodes.
Yes.
Now, when this airs, there'll be another episode.
There will be another episode available, yeah. Jason's kind of cutting out a little bit. Are you there?
Great. Oh.
You're getting pissed?
Yeah, can you hear me better now? No.
Yeah.
I was saying, I loved that episode.
It was great. No, it really was great. I was
that guy, the guy that plays.
Who is that guy?
He is a big-time cryptozoologist.
Nice.
Who just happened to pull into the show. And I thought that episode was amazingly funny and amazingly great.
Oh,
and
it was really cool.
They fit it in because there's only 6 episodes in this part. They found time to fit in an episode like that. It's great.
It's very good stuff. I don't know. I'm loving the X-Files. I don't know, man. I really, really, really want them to somehow bring back the series. And like we've discussed before, maybe if it not with the original actors or whatever, maybe them passing the torch onto somebody else, a new group of people.
I still don't think it would be as good. I don't think it would be as good if they brought in a new group. They
probably would,
with
yeah.
the 9th episode, actually, 9th season, actually, for the most part.
They did.
I do have to say that Gillian Anderson looked amazing in that last episode.
Oh, you mean when they were donking it out?
Sequence.
When they were donking it out?
She looks great anyways, but
you're such a dog. Look at you.
Yeah. No, I mean
I love it.
Even my wife commented how good
Did she?
Yeah. Not in that way, Josh.
Oh, I'm just saying whatever. See, I think we picked a really good episode to do video. So if you guys are interested in seeing the video for this podcast or whatever, just head over to YouTube. And is it just, what is it? Ectoplasm Show?
Ectoplasm Show.
So just Ectoplasm
it's attached
Show.
to our email account.
Right. So you head over there and, yeah.
We'll share the video on Twitter and Facebook as well. I would like to mention before the end of the show that I do another show here locally in town on local radio in Kansas City. And that segment is called The Known Unknowns. We got that from a listener, and it's actually a Donald Rumsfeld quote.
Is it really?
Yeah, they're talking of it's funny. I won't go into the politics of it, but
I love it.
It's called The Known Unknowns. It's on 7:30 p.m. Central Time on Fridays on 98.1 KMBZ, and you can actually find them on the website. They actually have an app you can get on either iPhone or Android. And listen to me. We have a great time this coming week. We're going to be talking about ghost sex in lieu of Valentine's Day. So,
booyah.
Yeah.
I don't need a man.
I'll mention it on here because it's more of a podcast than live radio. We kind of decided that we're going to stick away from the rapey side of ghost sex and more on the, the consensual side of ghost sex.
The rapey side.
I know that sounds bad, but I didn't know how else to put it. I mean, it's true. I don't want to talk about women or men getting attacked by spirits.
No, that's bad news. That's bad news, especially on Valentine's Day. You got to keep it light. You know what I mean? That's great stuff. Well, that's cool, man. So yeah, you're out of stories. I'm out of stories. So I think we're just going to wrap the show. Hope you guys have a great Tuesday. Push it through just a couple more days, and we will see each other again on Friday morning with a surprise. Apparently,
and dreams. We're talking about dreams.
We're going to be talking about dreams, all sorts of dreams. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, and apparently, Jason has like surprises up the ass.
I do, and I also this episode is going to be all about me. Well,
I can't
not
wait.
All about
No,
me,
you're
but
going to introduce that show.
I am
you know
going to
how-
introduce the show, and I'm going to close the show out. I'm going to tell a personal story about something that invaded my dream and attacked me in a dream in my house, and my surprises as well.
Surprises come first, though.
Well, I have to introduce the show, and then the surprises.
After you
can
introduce
come.
the show, then the surprises come.
I'll introduce the show. I'll throw it to you, and then I have to. You got to say something, and then I'll
say
and then
hi.
Give you the surprise.
I'll just say, hi.
All right.
I swear to God, that's all I'm saying. Then I'll be like, now it's surprise time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys have a great rest of the week. We'll talk to you very, very soon. Peace out.
Cheers.